fresh start. In spring of 2024, a miscalculation spelled a tough situation for Byron Public Schools finances, leading to $3 million in cuts over the past 2 school years. Thanks for being with us tonight. I'm Brock Burgee.
And I'm Caitlin Alexander. New at 6, KTTC's Olivia Pronzinski explains how new leadership is working to get the district back on track and make sure it never makes a similar costly mistake.
Yeah, Brock and Caitlin, I got to sit down with the new superintendent and director of finance and operations, both only a few weeks into the job, but they tell me they are already making progress to rebuild trust and transparency when it comes to district finances. Inside the Byron Public Schools district office, work to rebuild transparency and trust around district finances is in progress.
That's the biggest thing, right? Is to rebuild that trust.
2 weeks into the job, Byron's newest executive director of finance and operations, Sean Ellsbury, comes to the district looking for a challenge and brings more than 20 years of experience in governmental accounting, most recently managing Pine Island School District's finances.
I know what things are supposed to look like. It's been kind of eye-opening for the staff.
While budgeting for the 2024-25 school year, Byron Public Schools says health insurance increased by 28%, costing the district an extra $600,000. Salaries were miscalculated and under-budgeted by $1.5 million. And the district lost more than $400,000 in COVID-19 funding, all leading to $3 million in cuts over 2 years. Byron's new superintendent, Nate Walbrook, also brings more than 20 years of education experience. Most recently, he served as a superintendent at Howard Lake Waverly Winstead Schools. Walbrook says additional costs for unfunded mandates and low per-pupil funding makes balancing a budget difficult.
Some of those concerns that we'll have to address directly and tell people about and answer questions about.
After cuts and a closer eye on finances, Ellsbury says things are trending in the right direction in the 2025-26 budget. The district projects to grow its unassigned balance by $98,000 by June of 2026. But Ellsbury does note things could change. In the meantime,
I wanted to look at internal controls.
Tasked with streamlining finance documentation, Ellsbury describes previous documentation as rough when he took over.
We've got the ability to scan things in, looking at ways to try to make things more efficient as well as provide that supporting documentation.
District leaders have until August 12th to decide if it will ask voters to approve a tax levy. An ask proved difficult last November when the community said no to a referendum.
We want to be sure that if we're going to ask that question, that we have a really great plan about what we're going to do with that sacrifice and how we're going to be held accountable for it.
When asked if more cuts are to come for the 2026-27 school year, Walbrook says it's too soon to tell.
I'm committed to, and that the Byron staff is committed to, is reestablishing trust, making sure people feel like their resources are well managed and well maintained, that when we make decisions for Byron schools that we're doing it in the best interest of the kids.
Now, there has been quite a bit of turnover in the finance department since spring of 2024. Ellsbury says he follows 1 full-time, 2 interim financial directors, and 1 consultant. Right now, Byron's budget reduction plan is laid out on its website. Walbrook and Ellsbury say they are working to make that even more understandable and transparent for community members. Reporting live in the studio, I'm Olivia.